Hi.
Hey,
Do it.
we're live on Facebook. Are you excited, Melvin? Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Ruby Girl Talk. Tonight, I have a very special guest, Melvin Beasley of MVP Marketing Results. Look at that long name. And I'm so excited because he is a marketing expert. And when I tell you, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, if you really want to connect with people that want to connect with you, if you're tired or always out there, you hit and you miss, Melvin has a proven strategy to help you hit your target when it comes to clients. You don't want customers, you want clients, people that constantly come back to you for business. So I got an exclusive interview with him, this busy man. But because of how his business is set up, he's able to have the free time to go out and network with everybody. So before he introduces himself, I have to plug myself. So I am once again Karen Dodge, your favorite Ruby girl, as you can see. And so this is what I sell. You can find my products at rubygirl.net. I sell the empowering t-shirt, the Ruby Girl t-shirt. And it says Ruby Girl is based off Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above the price of a ruby, and it calls you a priceless princess right here. Yes. And so I sell these t-shirts. They are on sale for $20. And then I am the inventor of the bra wallet. It matches the shirt. Isn't that just cute? So this is real simple. Clips right here, and then it disappears in there, and nobody knows where it went. See, Melvin, you looked away. You didn't even know where it went. So I invented the bra wallet. Also, like I said, go to rubygirl.net. You can read my blog, you can buy my products. And Ruby Girl, it's not just retail products, it's a movement. We're reaching out to women so they can be empowered, inspired, and that they know that they have value and worth. And it's not based upon their situation whatsoever. God has just established it in the earth. So I want to begin first with Melvin introducing himself. Tell us about yourself, Melvin.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be on here today. I think you told me I was the first male to be on Ruby Girl. So I feel
Yes.
so I feel super honored to be on here. So again, my name is Melvin Beasley, and I'm the owner and CEO of MVP Marketing Results, and we're a full service digital marketing agency. And again, excited to be here tonight.
Great. I am excited that you are here tonight. I have like 35 questions to ask you. I'm just kidding. I don't have that many questions to ask you. But I would just wanted everybody to see what you do, because it's so helpful to every business owner. Because the one thing every business owner needs is more what? Time. And so you give a person more time to work on their business, more time to get them business ideas in their head on the paper. And I just think your business is awesome. Awesome. So Melvin, so you have established a pattern of success. I have watched you in your business career, and everything you put your hand on, it turns to gold. And I'm just hoping some of it will transfer through the screen. But I have admired you from afar. I have admired you up close. But so when it comes to business, it's like it's just in your blood. So you were an executive at Enterprise Car Rental, where you built a successful sales teams. Because at one time, one of your sales teams like number one in your region.
Yeah, we won many exceptional achievement awards. Yes.
Yes. And so you took those team building skills, and then you became a successful ACN, independent business owner, and you still with ACN. Am I correct?
Yes, I still have a team. Yes, I do. Yep, I'm still
Okay.
associated with them.
Okay, so he built that to a successful level, and now you decided, hey, I'm about to become the CEO of MVP Marketing Results, your own corporation. Now, what level of expertise will your clients get from you that they won't get from another marketing company?
Carrie, that's a great question. Let me just kind of, I guess, quickly share my background in terms of how I got to this point. So, I'm from Detroit originally, so I grew up in Detroit. I love my city, love Detroit, inner city, single parent home, and I went to college out in Wisconsin, got my degree in business administration in Wisconsin, and I played basketball out there for 4 years, and I started working for Enterprise Rent-A-Car right out of college. Had a lot of success, as you mentioned, with an enterprise. I worked in, Wisconsin, Baltimore. Now I'm in Rhode Island. And so I had a lot of success in the corporate world, made a multiple six-figure income, but you kind of hit that glass ceiling within enterprise. And I got to the point where they wanted to kind of cap my pay. And for me, that's not what things are about. And all the cap tells me is what I'm not able to make. And so that's when I kind of dove off into ACN direct sales while I was still there, and got involved in direct sales and had a lot of success there. And then what happened is when this whole pandemic hit last year, we went down to South Carolina just to kind of get away and get out of the cold. And while we were down there, I enjoyed the fact that, I could acquire customers and business partners without doing meetings or hotel meetings or home meetings. So I started to really research, how am I able to utilize the internet and do meetings like this in order to acquire customers and business partners. And the more and more I started to study these internet marketers, these online marketers, I became infatuated by the fact that these guys or individuals basically push a button, and just by pushing a button, people buy all their stuff. And so I just became infatuated with that whole process. So I went underground, started to study, got mentors, and really reverse engineer what they were doing. And what I realized is I was actually teaching myself a new skill. If I got really good at helping people and business owners get more leads and customers, or basically leads and customers, people would pay me for it. That's kind of how I got here. That's how I decided to build my own full service digital marketing agency. So I just want to give you kind of a context in terms of how I got here. Now, in terms of what types of service or expertise people can expect, one of the tools that I utilize, I need to be able to share my screen. Someone should be able to give me access to do that. And I'll show you a report that I actually ran on Ruby Girl. Um,
Are you able to share your screen?
No, not yet. If you go to security and then allow to share,
I got you.
I should be able to do it.
I got you.
But the report that I'm going to share with you is a tool that I utilize to help clients understand exactly how I'm able to help them.
Okay.
So I will bring up that report here for you.
I knew I shouldn't have gave you my website. I knew you was up to something.
All right, so here we go.
All
So again,
righty.
so this is an online business report. This is kind of like, what do you look like online? What's your online profile? Now, I know that, your website is kind of new. So most people who are just getting started, they have this type of a grading system. So don't take it personal, but this is just more so, of a way, to learn what your online profile looks like.
Do y'all see this? Now, this is why he's not coming back. You see those F? I'm a F. I'm an A student. Well, tell us what we're looking at, Melvin.
All right. So again, this is like your online profile. Again, I'm able to easily run this report, and a lot of these services are things I'm able to help people with. So the first thing is listings. So can potential customers find your business? And when I look at your report, if I go to Google or Yahoo or Bing, you're not listed on these sites. So if someone is on these sites, it may be difficult for them to find you. So we offer a service that will get you listed on up to 70 different listings, just to make it easier for people to find you. So that's one of the services I, highly recommend when I'm talking to clients as a way to help people find them. The next service is reviews. Obviously, no matter what business you're in nowadays, reviews are extremely important. And so when I ran the report, we weren't able to find a lot of reviews on your company. And so I also offer a service in which we're able to help you generate reviews for your business. So basically all we do is send out a text or an email asking, how is our service? And if they respond that it was positive, they'll send them another link saying, great, reviews are important to me. Here's a link, do me a favor and review my company. At the same time, if it was a negative response, although we know that would never happen with the Ruby Girl, if it was a negative response, then we have AI that will send you a message saying, hey, you just receive a negative response, you may want to reach out to this person before they post something that's negative. So that's very helpful from a reputation management standpoint.
Hmm.
The next category is social. So how social are you? So if you look at this, so you have 147 likes, which is good. So what I would encourage, and you're also posting about 4 times per month, so you're in the green for that. So you do have a positive there. So I would encourage all of your viewers, all of your listeners, go to the
Yes.
Ruby Girls Facebook page and like her. She provides a lot of value. So let's get these numbers moving in a positive direction. But
Yes.
obviously,
Like. Press. Stop just looking on my page. Like
that's,
it.
that's right. So obviously, I can provide social media management services as well, to help you get more likes, and to get more people to become more aware of your services. And then we also have websites as well. So we kind of run more of a speed test to see how your website is performing. So, on the desktop side, you have a C. And again, this report kind of breaks it down and kind of shows you what you should take a look at doing, what you should consider fixing. So yeah, this is another report to let people know that I'm able to help them out from a website standpoint as well. And then the last few things, and this is really important, SEO. This is a service that businesses overlook. If someone were to go and they were to search for certain keywords, do you pop up on the first page of Google? A lot of times, if you're now on the first page of Google, no one's going to go to the second, and third, and fourth page to find you. So SEO is really important in terms of making sure that your website is optimized where people can find you when they search for certain keywords. And then again, the last two are just more to let you know that we were also able to do Google and Facebook ads. And real quick, the difference is that Google is more intent-based marketing, meaning that someone is going to actually look for your particular thing. Whereas Facebook is more of an interruption, like someone may be online looking at, your kids or animals or pets. And so they go with Facebook is to drop a message in front of that person to get their attention, to get them to raise their hands. So that's more of an interruption type of marketing. So Google tends to be more expensive, but it tends to be more expensive. Yeah, Google tends to be more expensive, but it's more effective because the person is actually going to Google in order to actually look for your thing. So again, I just want to kind of review that. So this is one of the services of many that I'm able to provide to clients. Again, give them a better indication of what they can start with in terms of improving their online business profile.
Oh wow. Y'all, I'm so embarrassed. I've been working so hard. Still getting F's and D's on my business. But I just had a feeling that if he ran my business, I was gonna get an F and a D. So that just shows you I really thought, I was on top of my game. I'm posting every day. I'm doing lives. I'm blogging. I'm doing all the right things, Melvin. I just don't understand why my numbers are not as high. But that's your job. It's your job, like you did now, to look at my business and tell me you're not doing as well as you are. And sometimes we need that to be woke to what we're really doing. It's just like you think you're doing good and then you find out you're not as good as you think. But thank you. Thank you so much. I am definitely after seeing them F's and them D's, I had to get up to A's. So I'm definitely going to let you work with my business. And once my grade improve, I'm going to bring you back and we're going to show them the difference. So freeze this, whatever you got to do so they can see how I started and how you brought my business up to A's and B's. And, I became the best student again.
Looking
So,
forward to it.
Melvin, I know that the loss of your mom kind of made you, rethink what you were doing.
Mhm.
And, a lot of times when we have major events in our lives, it causes us to turn. And as you already said, that during the pandemic, you reinvented yourself. What drives you to keep going in situations that will cause other people to fail?
Yeah, that's a good question. You mentioned my mom, and that's kind of a deep question, because my mom passed away of pancreatic cancer at the age of 48. And for me, that was a major, I don't want to call it setback, but it was just eye-opening. We had 5 generations alive at that particular point in time, and my mother was the strongest person that I'd known to date. And so if something like cancer could take her out, then, for me, it made me realize that, tomorrow's not promised. I'm not invincible. And ultimately, I'm not the one that's in control. So for me, it was a wake up call that I need to live each and every day like it's my last day. So that was definitely a wake up call for me. And so in terms of what drives me, it really comes down to, my family. I'm married, I have two kids, and they're watching, right? They're watching me every single day. And my family's funny. I have two daughters, and they give it to you. Like, if you're not doing what you should be doing, I'll never forget, like when I was, starting off my business, and I told you my background in the corporate world, and to walk away from that amount of money and to start your own thing, like that's a big deal. And so my youngest daughter, who was a jokester, I would be in here on my computer working. I would get up and leave, like, and go, to the whatever bathroom, come back, and there'll be a note on my keyboard saying, "Get a job," right?
You
Or
sure her mom didn't coach her?
or we'll be driving, and we'll see, Enterprise will say, "Hey, look, Dad, money, look." So anyway, they can be pretty funny. But one of my favorite, going back to like really what drives me, like one of my favorite Bible verses is James 1:2.
Mhm.
And it basically says to count it all joy, no matter, what comes your way, you want to, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. For me, it was about, when my mom passed away, it was about, what, I can't sit around and feel sorry for myself, right? God ultimately has a plan, for me. And one of my favorite things to do now is to pull out my cell phone. Like when I got things going on, there's a hurricane going around, and pull out my cell phone, just kind of document that situation, right? This is where I'm at right now. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like when I first started my business, I remember making a video, like, here I am starting up this business. I'm excited about it. I don't have one customer, but a year from now, looking back, looking back, I'm going to see, the progress that I've made. And as I think about it, there's been so many situations where I didn't understand what was happening or why it was happening, but it's so much fun to look back and see how, God is pretty much, was in control when I didn't realize it. So that's really kind of, what drives me. So no matter what's going on, count it all joy, learn from it, and keep pushing forward no matter what.
That's great advice. Great advice. I watched you. You first started in real estate, and you own what, 30 houses at one time?
No, I had,
You was close.
18,
You had
18
how
around
many?
18.
I was close, K math. I was close, but he had a bunch of houses, and I do remember going through the houses with your real estate person, Brendale Hightower, putting a
It was
shout
great.
out to her, going through houses. And this one house, I know we a little off subject, but I just have to share this. This one house we went into to look for you. We went in the basement, and the basement was freezing cold. It was in the middle of summer, 90 degrees, but and we could see our breath. That's how cold it was in the basement. And we looked at each other and was like, nah, we out of here. It was just something spooky about that. But you went from real estate, you were successful. Like I say, no matter what business you do, you are successful. So tell us three things that will help somebody else be successful at whatever they do. Three core things that you always do, no matter if you're in the boardroom, if you're real estate, or whatever you do.
Yeah, I think for me, the first thing is decide. I think whenever someone decides to do anything, start a business, there's two decisions that they make. And the first decision is that they decide they're going to do a business or do something, right? It's a thought, it's in their mind, they talk to people about it, they kind of start the process. But then there's the second decision, which is they really decide to do it, meaning, like, they're willing to do what it takes. They sacrifice. And a lot of times, people want the success, but they're not willing to sacrifice, not willing to do the things that's going to take in order to have that success. So you have to truly decide that no matter what, that second decision is so important. No matter what comes my way, no matter what obstacles are put in front of me, I made a decision that I'm going to make this work no matter what. So that second decision is critical. That's the first thing. The second thing I would say is you need to find someone that is where you want to be,
Mhm.
right? So you want to find a mentor, a coach, identify someone that has the things that you want, and get their attention. And sometimes getting their attention could mean that, hey, I'm going to have to pay to join their program, their coaching program, right? I can't tell you how much money I spent, over the last year, trying to learn to do the things that that I know how to do now. But you have to do that. I mean, it's a steep learning curve. Like no one is successful by themselves. So in order to cut down that learning curve, you got to find someone that's already doing it and just imitate what it is that they're doing and then add your own flavor to it. And then at the same time, don't listen to people, who don't have what you want. So get rid of all of the negativity and negative people around you, and just stay in that positive zone. And then the third thing that I'll say is, and again, because I'm in sales and marketing, I really understand how important it is that, you need to invest in sales and marketing. I don't care. You can have the greatest product or the greatest service in the world, but if you don't know how to create value and what it is that you have to offer, or people, don't, if you can't create the value, if people don't know the value that you bring, it's not going to matter, right? So invest your time in the sales and marketing. And if you're not good at it, if you don't like doing it, then have someone else do it for you. Like stay within your strength, stay within in your lane. Like there's certain things I just don't like doing or don't want to do. So I find people who are good at those things or people who like doing those things, and I have them do those things. So, those are the three things. Make that second decision, find a mentor, and then invest in sales and marketing are the three things that I would say.
That's good because think about it. A year ago, you didn't know any of this stuff. And you are like an expert. I could throw out 100 questions and you got an answer for each one. And remember, I asked you the question. I was like, how did you get so tech savvy? Because I've never known you to be tech savvy. So this is a testament, everyone, that you can do what you put your mind to. You just have to study and you have to follow the trail of success. Because like you said, somebody else is already out there being successful. So don't reinvent the wheel. Don't color it differently. Just do what they do. Connect with them. And I've learned this year to pay coaches. Now, I was the type of person. I'm like, I'm not spending no $1,500. I'm not paying nobody. I'll just be on YouTube. But then I'll sit up there. I don't have time for YouTube. But I found coaching helps a lot because you think you're good, but then when somebody started to coach you, you like, wow, I'm not even. I didn't know that. So you're right. You have to invest in yourself. You don't see it as paying somebody to tell you something. You see it as an investment.
Right.
So let me ask you this question. I've been dying to ask you. How are you able to create a website in 24 hours? How important is a website to a business? Because can a person just have an online store? Because some people have like maybe an online store but no website. So tell us how you do this in 24 hours. You what?
I may have to share my screen. You're going to make me kind of share some of my trade secrets here. Um, but it's all about softwares and development. Anything that I do, I think about how can I scale it? Like how can I do it quickly, but at the same time, how can I provide tremendous value for people? And how can I differentiate myself? So again, it just comes down to mentors and studying, and connecting with the right people and seeing what they're doing and imitating those things. So I'll kind of give you a quick behind the scenes look at how I can do that. And I think, so hopefully you can see my screen here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So I have software in a program where all I do is really take basic information from individuals, and
Hmm.
then I've already done the work. So I have already created over 100 different websites and different niches and industries. So
Uh-huh.
anywhere from breweries or painting, roofing, electricians. So pretty much any niche you can think of, I already have it done. And so my software and program does most of the heavy lifting for me. But the
Mm-hmm.
cool part about it is that these are not like one-page websites. Like these are multi-page websites. So I'm giving people high quality. Here, I'll show you a quick example. We'll just go to this first one here. And so whenever I design a website for someone, I come to this template, it'll automatically show what the website looks like
Mm-hmm.
from a desktop version, from a tablet version, as well as from your phone, your mobile phone. So it's automatically optimized. You can see that the design of this website is pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
And then, the thing that kind of really separates me from what others do is that you can design a website for people.
Mm-hmm.
And but the key is that the thing that business owners struggle with, especially if you're new, is okay, I want a website, but what do I put on the pages? Like what do I say? You
Yes.
know, and what I've done is I've already done all the copywriting. So for each niche, everything is already done. So if you're a plumber, if you're an electrician, like this is already done for you. And we provide so much content that really we want you to tell us what you don't want. So I think because we include so many images and all the copyright, I can easily, sell these websites just because the copywriting for at least $2,000 easily.
Yes.
But you would pay nowhere near that for it, but I could. So what I do is I just try and under promise and over deliver. And so again, a website is really important because a website shows people that you're it creates credibility. It lets them know that you're real, right? You're a real business. You're established. So it gives people confidence in terms of if they should do business with you or not. So for me, I don't use the websites as a way to make a huge income because it's a digital billboard. It's a way for you to display your company. But what I'm really good at is how do I now get people to your website? How do we
Mm-hmm.
drive people to your website to actually get you real customers? So the website is more of a tool that I utilize to help bring people into my world to show them of the quality type of work that I can offer them. And then the behind the scenes thing is, okay, how do we now get you real customers and real leads? And that's what, we're really, really good at.
Great. And those are not just, like you said, one page or two page. That's a full website.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff on there. And I like the fact, like you said, content. That's the hardest part when it comes to doing a website is trying to figure out what you want to put on there. I love it. I love it. So you one thing about you, you like to help people, and with your business you have met a need that most business owners, include me, or even people in influence need, which is marketing that don't break their budget. Because when you're a startup company, you're trying to save money, but you're trying to get out there too so that you can be a big company. So how do you help others save money while you still make a good profit for yourself? And this is for every business, because you want to help people, you want to give them discounts, but you still have to, make a profit for yourself. So how are you helping everybody and you still doing good?
Well, two things. I think it comes down to access, right? I can remember when I was younger in Detroit, I can remember saying, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to learn, I'm going to bring it back to my community, right? And so part of it is how can I learn things and bring it back to people because you don't know what you don't know. So again, I just try and provide a lot of value to people, and I don't look at it as if I'm helping people to save money. Um, I look at it as how much value can I provide to people, and that's really what I focus on. Um, you know, my job as well. I'll give you an example. So let's just say if I told you I'm holding up my iPhone here. So this is my iPhone 7 Plus. And if
Okay.
I told you that I want you to buy this phone, I'm gonna sell you this phone for $10,000.
Hmm.
Would you buy this phone?
No.
Right. So most people would say no. Okay. But if I came back to you and I said, okay, well, within this phone are basically over the last 20 years, every single personal growth program that I've taken, all my favorite mentors and all the information that they give me, I'm going to include that within this phone. The value probably goes up a little bit, not 10,000, a little bit more, right?
Yep.
Now, if I come back and I say, also within this phone, I have the contacts of the top 100 most wealthiest and influential people in the world.
Mm.
People like, Oprah Winfrey, people like Tony Robbins, people like, Warren Buffett, people like Michelle Obama. I have their information in this phone. Not only do I have their contact information, but if you call any one of those people from this phone, they have agreed to answer the phone call and spend as much time as necessary answering any personal or any business questions that you have. In addition to that, within this phone, they provided, those 100 people, they provide a roadmap in terms of how they became successful. Step-by-step instructions. It's all organized. It's all in the phone. All you have to do is basically plug and play and follow the instructions. Now, I want to give you this phone, sell it to you for $10,000. Would you buy it then?
Sold.
And so that's how I look at, what I do from a marketing standpoint. It's like, how do you create so much value for people to where they're banging down your door and they're asking you, please work with me, right? And so again, that's my job as a marketer. So when I take a look at my business, when I'm trying to, figure out what I'm going to offer, I just look at, if I provide enough value to people, then you can kind of pick and choose like who you want to deal with. Because we all have those customers, that don't appreciate you or don't value you, or they want to, the super deal, right? So if you're providing a ton of value to people,
Right.
then you can pick and choose who you want to work with. So you can politely say, you know what, it looks, I appreciate you, but it looks like we're not a good fit. You can go and work with the customers that appreciate what it is, that you have to offer. So I don't know if that answers your question, but again, I just look at it as how do I provide as much value as possible to where people will want to pay the prices that, that I set.
That was gold for every business owner out there. Because sometimes personally I feel guilty because I see so many people, like some people sell their t-shirts $35, $40. I even seen a t-shirt for $100. It just had a simple message. And I'm like, I'm not paying that much. What makes people pay that much? But like you said, you sold me that phone. At first I was like, I'm not paying 1,000 for it. And then by what you told, you added value to it. And I was like, before you got finished, I was like, so, what do I need to do? I write a check, hold it, but I'll write a check. But I see what you're saying. It was like an aha moment for me, and I really needed to hear that. So, Melvin, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to say whatever you want to say. And I just want to say to everybody his contact information, his calendar, all his links. If you look up into our posting section, you see that his phone number, everything is there. And when I tell you connect with him, I am going to connect with him. I'm going to do business with him because sister working hard, sister working too hard to get bad grades, bruh. So you have 2 minutes. Go ahead, say whatever you want to say.
I just want to say, I appreciate you giving me this platform to come on to your show and speak to your audience. So I really do appreciate that. And as a thank you, what I'm willing to do for any of your viewers is there are some links, I believe, that are posted somewhere in here. So if anyone is interested in a free website design or free online business report, feel free to utilize that link. I also have a LinkedIn type service it's really like my secret weapon that I didn't go over, but basically I think it's more powerful than doing paid Google or paid Facebook ads. Imagine being able to identify exactly who it is that you want to target. So think about whoever your ideal target is, be able to put a message in front of those people to get them to raise their hand and say, yes, I want to talk to you about your thing. So it works extremely well. And so there's a link in there for that as well. And if you reach out and you let me know that you watch this Facebook Live, you're part of Ruby Girl, I'll give you a 5-day trial for only $1 to test out that LinkedIn service. And again, it's really, really powerful. So that's really, all I wanted to share. And there's also If you want to contact me, my information is there. I'm also willing to do a consultation with you as well. So if you have any questions about your business that you want to schedule time on my calendar, I'm more than happy to take the time out and schedule that or to help you with your business. And the last thing I'll say is, again, thank you, Karen, Ruby girl. I would just encourage, I would encourage everyone. I want to just, again, thank you for what you're doing, for providing a platform to bring people on, and to have them to display their business. I know that this takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy. And I know that you're all about helping people. So I would really encourage, anyone that's watching this to go to rubygirl.net and support the Ruby Girl. Support her by buying her t-shirt. And don't just buy yourself a t-shirt, but think about what Ruby Girl represents, right? Think about the message, put a smile on someone's face. So don't just buy one for yourself, buy one, buy two or three, buy them for, a friend, buy them for a family member. Buy it for someone that represents what real Ruby girls are. So I would encourage everyone to do that. So thank you for allowing me to be the first male on the
Thanks.
Ruby Girl. So
You're my first guest for 2021, and you're the first male. So do say your number, so that anybody watch the video, they have it in case it's not in the comments.
yeah, so my phone number is 401-208-2282. And you can also email me at support@mvpmarketingresults.com.
Great, great. So now it's stamped into the video. So, Melvin, what I want to say is thank you so much for the wisdom that you have shared tonight. You did more than just tell us about your business. You helped us be more successful as people just listening to you. You don't even know how much business wisdom you have. Business is just you. You live it, you breathe it. Like I tell you, I'm not business. I do business. I'm talking. Talking is my thing that I love to do, And so I just want to thank you. I thank you for your business because it's going to help so many people. And me and you, you might not know it. We're on a race to become millionaire. And I think you done sprinted ahead of me a little bit, So I got to step up the game.
You can catch me easily. You can catch
So yeah, because I'm gonna use you to get where I want to go, just like you just taught me. So I'm just gonna put it right back on you. So I want to say to everybody that stayed faithful and watched us tonight, and even if you're watching the replay, every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., I'm gonna do the Ruby Girl Talk. So if you want to be a guest, just reach out to me. You can reach out to me through Facebook, Karen Died Ruby Girl. You can find me that way. Inbox me and I'll just say, hey, what's going on? Or you could call me 313-247-8797. And also go to my website, rubygirl.net, so you can order your t-shirt. Hey, let's get these women empowered and inspired. So once again, Melvin, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
This is the end of the Ruby Girl Talk for tonight. So everybody, you have a blessed and wonderful night, evening, and day, just whenever you watch it. And oh, my Ruby Girl jacket back here, Melissa a Major Fashions designed this Ruby Girl jacket for me. So I'm gonna be out there glittering, passing out Ruby Girl cards, and just inspiring people. So thank you so much, Melissa Major, for she's making these designer jackets for your business. So you might want to get you one with bling on it and say MVP, you know.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.